Greetings everyone. I hope you are doing well today. We are going to talk about a very important topic, food spoilage and food poisoning. We'll try and cover everything, what causes food to spoil, to the different types of food poisoning, and how to prevent them. Now, before we start, let me ask you a question. Have you ever experienced food poisoning? If it is a yes, I know it's not exactly a pleasant experience. But did you know that every year, almost 1 million people around the world suffer from foodborne illnesses? And that's why food safety, it is not a joke. We'll first start by defining what food spoilage is. Food spoilage, this is the deterioration of food resulting in the food becoming unfit for human consumption. Food spoilage, it is classified into two. There is aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic, it's caused by microorganisms in the presence of oxygen. For example, molds in bread. Anaerobic, in another hand, occurs within the interior of the food parts or in sealed containers where oxygen is either present or absent but in limited quantities. For example, in canned foods. Now, what causes food to spoil? Number one, when there is oxidation of chemicals present in fats or fatty food. Chemical present in pesticide and herbicides sprayed on fruits and vegetables, they can cause food spoilages. Chemical present in food containers, wrappings, and packets. There is also rancidity. Rancidity, that is the presence of acids in food. Now we are going to define what food poisoning is. Food poisoning, this is considered an illness due to consumption of food containing toxins, chemical poisons, or harmful microorganisms. It's so fortunate that most types of food poisoning recover within the 12 or 48 hours. Now, what causes food poisoning? Number one, there is chemical contamination. Chemical contamination, for example, insecticide, pesticides, herbicides, they are commonly used in our homes and can contaminate or cause food poisoning. There is bacterial contamination. These are caused by bacteria which they enter into the human body through contaminated food. Like these bacteria, they multiply within the alimentary canal and produce toxins that cause abdominal pains. Now there's natural poisoning. Natural poisoning, this is a cause of food poisoning that commonly occurs in badly stored grains. Now, when these grains are stored in damp conditions, or when they are left to when they are not left to completely dry, they produce poisons. They are called as aflatoxins. Now, how do we prevent food poisoning? We can prevent food poisoning by buying fruits in season to ensure they are fresh, store food properly used in right containers to avoid food spoilages. Food storage should provide adequate spacing with protection against dust, insects, and rodents. That is a continuation of how we prevent our food. Now, how do we store this food? Raw food, such as meat, which are not to be used immediately, they should be divided into portions. They should be labeled and stored in a freezer. All foods must be covered, and dry food should be packed in dry, covered jars. They should be clearly labeled and stored in dry place. Now, in conclusion, it is very crucial that we take food safety very serious to prevent food poisoning and spoilages. Remember, food safety is everyone's responsibility. So, by following these simple steps, we protect ourselves and our loved ones from illnesses. Now, from today, as we have known the causes and how to prevent, let's make a commitment to prioritize food safety in our daily lives. Thank you, and that is the end.